PreflightandSparty. Using my own quote.
Hello, welcome back to our top 5s of each type in Pokemon. Today we will be doing Electric.
This feels weird.
It feels really comfortable.
Yeah, that's why I always say
I like it.
And
we've done a big
Tajiraya.
chair switch, and it's
It's different. It is different. Ian.
It's true. That's my name. Okay,
No.
we're gonna go on to Electric.
But first,
And
before
I'm
we start,
still in the bitch seat, so
right. But before we start, we're going to do the quote of the day.
What are you looking at me for? I don't.
You guys got to do the cue.
you gotta do the jingle. Do the jingle.
How about you do it?
No, because I don't know what it
Tom
is.
Ryan's
Tajiraiya's
quote
quote
of
of the day.
Boom.
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
Yes.
there it is. Yeah.
And then I
Okay.
say yeah.
The quote of the day is a quote of my own that I have made
shit.
for myself. And Kevin knows this one very well.
Oh God, no.
Was this my senior quote?
And no.
No, it's the coconut tree.
It's the coconut.
Yeah, it's about a coconut tree.
Fucking
So
coconut.
this
Turn
is
that light on
this
real
is
quick.
the quote is. I basically start off, and I always say, you know what they say, and it's an ancient Hawaiian saying.
Anonymous.
Made by Jake.
Made by me. You know what they say? When a pineapple falls off a coconut tree, you should probably eat the pineapple, because very rarely does pineapple fall off a coconut tree.
Fucking coconut tree.
Coconut.
Coconut tree.
All right,
This is
Let's start.
Pokemon. It's Pokenuts.
let's start. So I start this time.
No,
Um.
Kevin starts this time.
I've never started.
who
Yes,
has-
you have. You started for Dragon.
I did.
No, he
I
was
started
last.
for Dragon.
I was
you started
last.
for Dark.
Did I start? Did I
You
start?
started
with
for
bugs?
Bug.
So it's my
started-
turn. This is my
Yes,
turn. Now.
that's
Okay.
what I said.
Okay.
And then Jake, and then me.
Right. All right. Here we go, Kev.
God
Right.
damn
Number
it, we need to get
Well,
this right.
we need to cut like about 5 minutes out right there because that's just
That's fine. No, Kev, number 5.
All right. Number 5. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for 2 of my Pokemon
What
on
was
this
it,
list.
Galvantula?
Well, Galvantula doesn't make an appearance again, but my number 5.
I gotta find more pictures for him. Are you
Is-
kidding me? There are very few pictures for Galvantula.
Stop bitching. My number 5 is one of the Pikachu knockoffs. It happens to be from Gen 5.
Oh god damn it!
It is flying and electric, and is known as Emolga. Now,
I hate him. I hate him.
I really like the typing of flying and electric.
That's so stupid.
I think it's a really good typing.
He is.
There's this quote.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Stupid.
I think it's really good typing. He's freaking adorable. He's a flying squirrel,
He's terrible.
and
I don't like it.
and he's the biggest.
I don't like that pick.
He's such a pain in the ass to fight in 5th gen because of the fucking volt switching and him being immune to ground. It makes it extremely.
I will agree to
difficult.
that. Does he have levitate?
No, he's
He's
flying type.
flying.
Oh, yes, yes, you're right. My bad. I'm
Really
thinking.
useless.
Yeah.
So he's just a pain in the ass. The constant volt switching in the gym. He's actually memorable to me. And
He's in the gym.
Yeah, the gym leader has 2 of them.
Oh
Zeb
god.
Strika.
Oh wow.
That is annoying.
Yep. So, but it's memorable to me, and I think he's
He
adorable.
is pretty good actually.
So-
with the gym, but I don't like him. I still don't like him.
All right, Jake, you're up.
Good thing.
Okay.
This
You're
is,
number
he's on
5.
your list. Then.
My number 5 is a Gen 1er,
Surprise.
and actually, the majority of my list is actually all Gen 1 guys, except for one.
One.
But
Gen 2.
my number 5 is Jolteon. And reason being, he is one of the evolutions, and I think he looks awesome. And Jolteon is, in my opinion,
Oh, crap.
the strongest out of the original 3.
You ruined it.
Sorry.
Out of the original 3, I think Jolteon's the strongest.
Well, he's got to be. He's the only one that actually
can do
isn't
something.
weak against.
And doesn't
one of the other
learn
3.
stupid attacks either. Well, he does learn Pin Missile.
Pin missile's not stupid. That's actually good to have in
I
Gen
know.
1.
Well, guys, happy end of the world.
Did it happen? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And the apocalypse is here.
And everyone's worrying about the apocalypse, and we're just
Wait,
talking
no,
about
what time is it?
Pokemon.
It's supposed to be at a certain time.
It's past
What time?
midnight.
No, but was it supposed
I
to be
wasn't
at
sure if it was midnight or noon.
midnight?
Well, either way, happy Apocalypse Day, everyone.
Yay.
Yay.
The world's over.
If you don't see this, you know what happened.
If no one ever sees these,
You
we know what happened.
All right, so yeah, Jolteon is
Jolteon,
my number 5 pick.
All right. The interesting thing about electric that we didn't mention is Jake's favorite type is dragon and my favorite type is psychic. However, both of our favorite Pokemon of all time are in this list, which is quite interesting. Yeah.
Right.
So my number
Mine.
5. Yeah. All right, you already did yours. My number 5 is Rotom, just the original plain cut Rotom. Here's the thing about Rotom.
Fuck Rotom flying. Fuck them.
You're the one who's talking about how that was such a great typing with electric and
I
fire.
doesn't mean I don't hate flying Rotom.
I think Rotom's
flying.
I like flying Rotom, but I also like grass Rotom. I think he's cool. But anyways,
He's a lawnmower.
I think regular Rotom does it best with electric and ghost, which is the I think only one that's electric and ghost.
He's also one of those rare.
That is a cool type.
The thing is, it gets rid of the ground weakness, and
Yeah.
he's only really weak to ghost and
Psych.
psychic.
No, dark.
No,
dark,
ghost
dark,
and
dark,
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 ghost and dark.
dark, 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 dark.
And he's already pretty specially offensive with electric and ghost, and I like the whole fact that you have to find him in a TV, and that's how you originally find him.
That's cool.
And
That is
he's
interesting.
tough, and the thing is, he's not a legendary, but he is tough to find.
Yeah, he's another
the
one of
whole-
those rares like Zoroark
Yes.
or Lucario.
And I absolutely love that about him. And I just think he's cool. And you don't have to be, like, you don't have to look insanely powerful like someone like Genesect to know that someone is a powerful Pokemon. I mean, that thing is like,
It's
like a
light,
pound.
Yeah, it's
super small.
it's like a
but,
teardrop with 2 lightning bolts coming off
But
of
at
it,
the
and it's the most terrifying thing
yeah,
that you
but
can
at the
face.
same time, you would think, like, wow, this thing, it's still kind of powerful. Like, you can tell. You could just tell by looking at it, and I like that off the bat, so...
I feel like
My number
Rotom's a
5.
little underrated in some ways, but I honestly, personally, I don't really care for him. But I think he
I've gotten
is
over it
overlooked.
because originally I wasn't a huge fan of him either, but I definitely have grown to like him a lot. So go ahead, Kev.
Oh, it's me.
You're number 4.
All right, number 4. Once again, I'm gonna get hate for this. It's another knockoff of Pikachu. It's from Gen 4, and it is Pachirisu.
Unbelievable.
I was never a huge fan of Pachirisu.
Don't even
You
tell me
should've
you have
stayed that way.
Minun and
No, I don't
and
have-
Plusly
No,
in
those
here
are
too.
Fossil.
Plusly?
Plusle.
Plusly. All right then.
Are they electric?
Yeah, they are.
electric, right?
They're
Okay,
the
I'm just making
knockoffs
sure.
of Pikachu for Gen 3.
So stupid.
I don't like them because they're just so annoying.
They're not powerful. That's their only problem.
Honestly, in Ruby Sapphire and all those games, like you don't really have a ground type at that point unless you got Trampage. But
Yeah.
when you face them, and they're so early.
Well,
it's-
Trampage.
No, not even.
No,
not
you
even
wouldn't have
Trapinch.
Oh,
Trapinch
that's
is
true.
after.
That's true.
You don't hit the desert until after the electric gym.
Yeah, I hate that.
Unless you have like a Marshtomp.
Yeah.
That's true. But still, well, no.
All right.
that's
Well,
good.
I wasn't a huge fan of Pachirisu when I first played through the game and stuff like that. I thought
He's so
I thought he was
pointless.
weak. I thought
He
was
doesn't
pathetic.
evolve. He doesn't do anything.
And then I went through a Nuzlocke run of
He's so stupid, Kev.
not was it no it was Pearl. I started doing Nuzlocke.
You got a
run.
Pachirisu and Pearl.
I got a Patrick.
Oh, that's right. He's Gen 4. I always think the Pachirisu is Gen 3 for some
Yeah,
reason.
so I got a Pachirisu, and I realized that it really wasn't that bad. And he started to grow on me. He's probably my favorite knockoff of the Pikachu line of the Pikachus. Because honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Pikachu.
Then why do you like his knockoffs?
Just I like them. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I think
Okay.
they're cuter than
Kev
Pikachu
likes
is-
the cute
Pikachu is
Pokemon.
fine.
Pikachu. I'm not a huge
never
fan
liked
of,
any of their
He's
knockoffs.
alright. He's okay.
But
Pikachu's
Pachirisu is probably my favorite knockoff of them, and he's a squirrel. And the Super Fang attacks were Super Fang and Hyper Fang are some of my favorite attacks for like because they grew
They
on
get
me with-
Eradicate.
Yeah, get Eradicate. Don't get a Pachirisu.
Can you get Eradicate in Gen 4?
I'm sure you can figure out something.
Somehow.
You can trade.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Anyways, so that's my number 4.
Okay, number 4 for me, Ian, is Zapdos.
Okay.
I think Zapdos is awesome. And personally, as Ian will also agree with me, we think that he is the best of the 3 legendary birds.
Again, he doesn't really have any of the weaknesses.
He's
Other than
very-
ice and obviously rock,
Right.
but
He's very powerful.
It's
He
another-
looks sweet. And especially in Pokemon the movie 2000, when I first saw it, I thought that he just looked so cool when he was like just surrounded by electricity. He just looked so awesome, and
He's
that's
also one
what
of the like he was the angriest of the three.
he
Like,
was. He was,
He
and
was
the fact,
pissed off.
and I remember Meowth saying the word "sex," and I thought it was a bad word, and that's when I thought, wow, like, and it was when he saw Zapdos, and I always remembered that part, and Zapdos was just like covered, like he was just lightning bolts just all around him, and it was just incredible, and he just looked so cool. And from that moment on, I really thought he was awesome. And I remember when Ian traded me a promo Zapdos card,
Well, I got 2,
but he got it back, I think, or
I
did
had
you?
2, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I got like 3 because I went to the movie like 3
yeah,
times.
and I had him in my deck, and you know he's a very strong
still have him.
guy to use in the trading card game as well. So Zapdos is awesome.
He very much is. And my number 4 is Ampharos. And the thing about Ampharos, whatever you want to say, the thing about him is he was one of the first Pokemon that I really started to train when I had my gold version. And I absolutely loved Ampharos. He is cute, it's considered cute, but it's a perfect type of cute. And
I always thought
he's just
Ampharos was like Dragonite.
Yeah,
a little bit.
He is. He's
An
got that
electric
kind of
Dragonite.
thing where he's just so powerful, yet
Yeah.
he's got the,
Well, he
as
just
Kevin would
kinda
describe
looks-
it, derpiness of
Yeah.
Dragonite. And there's just so much about him that's just so awesome. And
He's good.
Ampharos is definitely my number 4.
And he is dragon-like. I was actually going to put him at number 5, but I switched into Jolteon.
There you go.
Well,
Kev,
well, this is just awkward.
because you're number 3.
Because my number 3
Wow.
is Ampharos.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I really like Ampharos. He was one of It was really tough for me to choose the top 3 electric types. Like I've still like while we've been doing 4 and 5, still been fighting with the top 3, and Ampharos is definitely my number 3. I'm not a huge fan of Flaffy.
I don't either. I do like Mareep.
I do like Mareep. Not a huge fan of Flaffy,
Flaffy's great.
but I love Ampharos.
Cool.
He has that.
It's a fighting sheep.
He's got that sleek look.
That's what Mareep is also. So
Well, Mareep. Mareep.
Mareep.
But-
Anyways, he's got that sleek look that electric types should have in comparison to Mareep and Flaffy. And
Yeah, it is kind of random how they're electric. I
Yeah.
will say.
well, like I think it's just like I get the whole sheep thing, but like Ampharos has that sleek like electric look.
he does.
yes, I also like how he doesn't have any wool. I think that's
Yeah.
perfect for the whole not sleek kind of look.
I
Like,
agree.
He doesn't have any wool, and
Mm.
he's gotten over it. Because like
And-
Flappy's got like she's like losing her hair or
Yeah.
something around her stomach, and then all of a sudden,
Right.
He's like, I'm a freaking Ampharos.
And he turns from pink to yellow. From Flaffy to...
And like once again, the black and yellow
And the little-
looks so nice
The
together.
little bulb. The red ball.
The red
that he
ball,
has,
yeah.
That,
It kind of reminds me of Umbreon, and
Yeah.
the coloration.
very
It's
much.
just a different coloration, like different choices for the coloration.
Right.
Once again, I love that whole thing.
That is cool.
And Ian kind of went over most of Ampharos, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Jake take
Right.
it.
Go ahead, Jake.
My number 3 is Flaffy. No, I'm just kidding. My number 3 is Raikou. And I love Raikou. He's actually my, second to Suicune for my favorite legendary dog. And
Because there's so many choices.
oh, yeah. All right. Well, it was a tough choice. But Raikou is I feel like Raikou is really not talked about that much. Out of all the legendaries, he's
Well, the
one
dogs
of
have
the
kind of
least.
just disappeared into.
They
nothingness.
have, but I feel like Suicune had a movie dedicated to him, Pokemon
Yeah.
Forever, and Entei had the third
Pokemon
movie.
3.
But
Raikou
didn't
I
get
really
anything.
think he should have. Because
Raikou,
I think
Did he even get an episode?
I think he got an
He did,
episode
yeah,
in
he
the
definitely
anime,
he must have.
but
I mean, he's
he didn't
definitely
get
the coolest
anything
looking.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the coolest looking in my opinion.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish that they
the
had
coolest?
done.
I think Suicune's the coolest.
Well, I know you do, but
But
I
Raikou is cool.
I kind
too.
of think Raikou is. The
I also
coolest
don't think
too.
it's.
I do like water types.
I
but-
just don't like his
I don't
little-
think it's fair that Suicune gets his own version of the game
Right.
in Crystal, and the other two are just like, all
I
right.
Yeah.
mean, I feel like
Yeah.
they chose him just because the name of it, he fit it.
Yeah, but they could have had a different. They could have had something other than Crystal.
They could have.
They could have. It could have been like Ruby. If they really wanted to.
But they probably already knew that they were going to make.
And
Ruby,
then they could have made
Sapphire.
Emerald and Sapphire, and then made a different gem for.
That's true.
They could have.
That is true.
They could have changed up their
Very
whole
true.
system.
But that would have ruined Kyogre.
Everything.
Where they would find another blue gem.
Make a new one.
Yeah. So Raikou, I like Raikou, and he's my third favorite.
It would have ruined. Kyogre would have ruined Groudon.
Oh, you said Ruby?
Yeah, because it could have been Gold, Silver, and Ruby, and then.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you said
Anyways,
Sapphire.
I'm not going to
Anyways.
disagree with what they did. It's a great thing. My number 3 is Zekrom. And we've gone over Zekrom in the past videos. I like the black dragon aspect he has. I like the blue lightning thing. He's awesome. And that's really all I can say about Zekrom. So let's go to number 2.
Really? That was a short one.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't really have anything else to
We
say
did go
about
over
him.
Zekrom.
We did go over them yesterday.
Yeah,
or
watch our other
last-
videos.
Yeah, the dragon video.
Buy your
with-
shirts.
Because
Buy my shirts.
On the shirts.
that was all me. I sold them out. I sold them good.
Right.
Once again, this is a Pokemon for my number 2 that we already kind of talked about. Galvantula. He's.
You said he wasn't going to make an
I
appearance.
said he.
No, he
was.
said he was.
Oh, he did? Really? I didn't catch that.
Dude.
Sorry.
Number 2 would be Galvantula. He's high up there for one of my favorite electric types. I love spiders in
Well, he's
general.
The fact that he's bug and electric.
Well, like
just
I
sold
was
him
saying,
pretty
like the
heavy.
top 3 were so hard for me.
Yes,
to
I
choose.
know.
And I love the typing again. Bug electric. Blah blah blah. Watch the bug video. Go Jake.
Wow. Okay. My second favorite electric type Pokemon is Electabuzz. Plain and simple. Very. And you know what? In the first generation, I feel like Electabuzz never got any attention. Like Magmar had an episode for him. Who had an Electabuzz?
Electabuzz had an episode
Yeah,
against Scyther. Remember, there was the Scyther versus the
Oh
Electabuzz?
yeah, it was the Gang Town or whatever.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But I feel. I still
and
feel like.
also, I lost a lot of respect for Electabuzz in that episode
When
because of how his like
talk,
cry
yeah.
thing.
I know, it was
Oh, it
stupid.
was awful.
That was stupid. You're right.
Plus, he gets
But
overshadowed by Scyther because Scyther's just.
I think
Beastly,
Electabuzz is so cool, and you can only catch him in red version.
I have no
Which-
problem with Electabuzz.
I think he's awesome. He's so cool, and just I always choose him on Pokemon Stadium just because I think he's a very good Pokemon to have in your party in that game. And I remember beating the Elite Four for the first time. He was actually in my party, and he just destroyed Lorelei for me, obviously. But Electabuzz can learn Psychic. I mean,
He can learn a lot of weird things like this.
I think he can learn Fire Blast. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
and
one of
that's
those weird ones.
just awesome.
It is pretty cool.
And he's just
Well, actually,
pure electric too.
All 3 of them, the people who are in line, Jinx, Magmar, and Electabuzz, they can all learn Psychic.
They can.
Yeah.
Well, Jinx is also
Jinx is psychic.
type.
I know, but they can all learn Psychic, and like I'm pretty sure they can all learn Fire Blast. Well, maybe not Jinx,
No.
but
Yeah.
they can all learn Ice Beam.
I like how they're all like.
No.
I like,
Oh, no,
no,
never mind.
no,
They
no.
all learn Psychic. I know that for a
Right.
fact.
I like how they're also associated together, and Jinx is the only like double like typing.
Jinx is stupid.
I also like how Jinx doesn't
And
have
doesn't
an
get.
evolution.
I was just about to say, and doesn't have an
Smooch
evolution.
him, if you want to consider.
No,
baby.
but
No,
they all got baby
evolution.
forms at the same time. But they
Oh,
and there was
yeah,
Magmortar and
right.
Electivire, but there was no.
Right.
I kind of like Electivire more than I like Electabuzz.
Electivire.
The only
I
thing
feel like
don't
he's like a
about-
robot almost.
I don't like him because of those
Electivire.
things coming out of his back. Those
No.
like wires.
Yeah,
I thought-
he
I
just
thought those
reminds
were
me. Electivire reminds me of a robot. So I think they should have just kept Electabuzz by himself. I like Elekid. I think that's
I like
cool.
Elekid is
I like
awesome.
I like their line.
I actually just
like
caught
his
him
line.
on my white too.
Oh, you can get him.
Yeah,
Nice.
I found him in the grass, and that's so cool.
I would so go for that.
Yeah, I just caught him, so I might replace him with Mari.
All right.
All right. Anyways, my number 2 has already been said. It's Raikou.
Wow.
Not much you could say about Raikou.
Did you find Jake?
He's absolutely perfect. I remember.
He was, man.
I have a card
Level
of
10.
Raikou, and he's German. It's a German card of Raikou.
Oh yeah.
It's really weird,
Yeah.
but I still have it.
Don
in
Schlager.
my. I still have it in my deck
Yeah.
because I love Raikou. I love legendaries, and he's just.
He's
a
only on
perfect
level
example of
26 in that card.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
he's
weird.
just perfect.
Yeah.
I just wish I had the chance to catch him, and I still can get that chance if I ever play through.
Raikou was actually the first. I think he was the first guy that I saw. First ever legendary dog that I saw.
Mine was. I've only ever seen a legendary dog once, and it was Entei. And he
Oh
fled.
no, Raikou was the only one that I did catch on my silver.
Raikou's the only one I've ever catched.
Right.
Too. I
Caught.
catched.
Catched it.
I catched
I
it.
done catched it to Raikou.
Entei was the first I saw. Raikou was the only one I caught. Suicune I never even saw.
See,
In
now,
the wild, no.
I only ever saw Entei
I saw Suicune obviously in Crystal, but
once,
Yeah.
and he disappeared, and he fled.
Yeah.
I was pissed. But anyways, that's Raikou for me. Number 1.
Number 1. I have I have a tough time choosing some of my favorite types, and they usually consist of like ground, water, and bug. Those seem to be the ones that I really like a lot. And when I found out that they made a water electric type,
Lantern.
I near shat myself. Thanks for ruining it, Jake. My number 1 would be Lantern.
I'm such a spoiler.
Ruining it. It was actually Chime Chow.
Oh wow.
No, it was Lantern. Lantern is a
Chin-chow?
beast.
Chime Chow. What did I say?
Chin-chow.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Chime Chow.
That's
Chime
Chime
Echo.
Echo.
That's a different Pokemon.
Wow.
All right,
We'll get
anyways.
to that when we hit Psychic. Let's see. Yeah. I love Lantern. He's a
Lantern is so cool.
He's such a tank of a Pokemon. He's an anglerfish, which I just love.
That is sick.
He can destroy the Elite
Lantern is
Four.
amazing.
He can destroy the Elite Four. Just in Gen 2.
His special attack
and especially in
is incredible.
In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because he can learn Signal Beam in that game, and it makes him 10 times more devastating against the Elite Four. But yeah, I love the blue
Lantern
and
just
yellow
looks
color.
cool.
And
Lantern is a cool Pokemon.
He's
very cool.
Very underrated too. I feel like he doesn't get the props he deserves.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 1.
Number 1 for me is actually, I mean, a lot of people would find this kind of weird, but he's also my very favorite Pokemon. He was the first Pokemon that he was the Pokemon that really got me to like electric, guys. And actually, before I liked Lance, I loved Lieutenant Surge, and Lieutenant Surge's premier Pokemon was Raichu. Raichu is my number 1. He is my favorite all-time Pokemon, and I don't know why.
Did he run out of electricity?
Kev. But I remember when I was younger, that was the only episode I wanted on tape. I didn't care about anything else. I literally just wanted to have that episode on VHS because I just loved Raichu. I just thought he was so cool. I thought he was so strong. I actually thought he was the 3rd best Pokemon of all time at one point, but obviously Charizard and Lugia.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Raichu is fast, obviously, but he's not the very best that there is. What are you guys doing? But yes, I mean Raichu definitely has his upsides, and I think the reason why I liked him so much was because Ash, he had Pikachu. Pikachu was just so generic, and just the fact that Pikachu actually evolves, I thought it was unique, and the fact that Raichu is like
one of the only people that ever needed the Thunderstone.
Yeah. Well,
minus Jolteon.
Okay,
right.
not including Jolteon.
Right.
I said very few, so it counts.
Yeah, and I thought Raichu was just cool.
Plus, like, as the generations went on, they kind of lost sight of the stones. Like, I feel like
they did.
Not a lot of Pokemon use stones.
No, not
Right.
really.
Right. But Raichu, when I saw that episode, I just knew that he was my favorite guy. I just thought he was cool. I thought he was funny, actually. I thought he was pretty comical in that episode.
He was pretty ridiculously cocky.
He was, and I think that's what...
And that's probably why you like
That's
him.
probably why I do like him. I like Raichu. I do. And he was like a big bully, almost. It's kind of mean.
Yeah, I'm glad you can relate
Well,
to that.
he got
Jake.
over
I
that at the
can't
end of the
relate to
episode,
that.
but
But yeah, Raichu... I think I liked how he talked too, because I thought it was funny.
Raichu.
No. He was like raw. It was like raspy.
Yeah, it was cool.
Raichu.
And I thought it was just different. So Raichu's my very favorite Pokemon of all time, and my favorite electric type.
All right. Well,
Out of electricity.
my number one electric type is also my number one favorite Pokemon of all time, and it's already been said. This is such a just like the hype is just going so down for every single one of my lists. But it's Zapdos.
Oh,
Zapdos
beautiful.
is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I've loved him ever since I was little. My favorite Pokemon of all time used to be Bulbasaur because he was number one. I changed that very quickly after seeing Pokemon Movie 2000 and seeing Zapdos. I love Zapdos. I think he's the best legendary bird out there. I thought he was the best Pokemon of all time for a long time. And I would always argue with Jake because he always argued it was Lugia, and I would say, no, it can't be Lugia because Zapdos can learn electric attacks and can beat Lugia.
Dude, Lugia is
I know.
so good.
But that was his little kids always argue that. But Zapdos is my absolute favorite Pokemon. Absolutely amazing.
There's no argument with that. Zapdos
Unbelievable.
Is so cool.
Love him, and I even have
He's
a,
actually-
I even have a Pokemon trading card deck dedicated to him with like 20-something different Zapdos cards.
Yeah.
I love him. I would
Ian
get anything.
Ian
for
is
him.
obsessed with Zapdos.
He's unbelievable.
If you haven't gotten the picture.
So, all right.
Skip.
For honorable mentions, honestly, I've already have them up here. Electabuzz, Lantern, Raichu, already been said.
Yeah,
That's
really?
all I can say. Like,
I'm gonna say Magneton
Magneton's
and
nice.
Magnezone.
Magnezone. Thank you. I drew a blank there. I actually have a Magnezone on my black version now because I transferred them over.
I found
And-
Magnezone to be really interesting. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It is very interesting.
Like it was just like it's like they melted the three the Magnetons
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
and made it into one.
Right.
And it was just kind of cool.
He just looks like a spaceship.
He does. He does look like a spaceship.
But
Anyone else?
I think that's about it. So we're gonna.
There's gotta be someone else.
Let me think for.
Hold on, real
a few
quick, real quick,
Hold on,
real
let me listen.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh no.
you could say Luxray. Is
Lux-
one.
Luxray?
Electros, you could
Electros,
say.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
I like
I don't.
Electros.
I don't like Electros.
Electros-
I think he's interesting.
Electros is really interesting with the levitating ability,
Yeah.
having no weaknesses
I think that's cool.
is a very cool thing, but at the same time, to give a Pokemon like Electros no abilities, electric types can't really do much. Like, they have a strength against water, they have a strength against flying, and that's
true.
about it.
But they are powerful. And our next video will be the fighting video. So stay tuned for that.